Hi, I'm Angela Wolf and I'm a sewing instructor on Craftsy.com. Today I'm going to show you how easy it is to do pin tucking with a serger. Pin tucking is similar to this that you see like on little girls' shirts, but you can do more than that. You can decorate pockets, you can manipulate fabric before you cut out a jacket. It's really fun, and when you see how easy this is, you're going to love it. It's with the serger, so the first thing you need to do is grab your manual and make every serger's different, so I'll show you how I set mine up, but yours might be a little bit different. You have to set it up for a rolled hem. Okay, in order to set up by machine, I'm using the far right needle in the serger, so I've taken out the left needle, which is very easy to do. I'm disengaging my cutter, which is very easy to do. Every machine's different, so just use your manual if you don't know how to do that. I've set my stitch width to 5, or R, which is rolled hem. And then my tension dials, the far left needle I don't need. This is the right needle, which is set at 4, which is my standard setting. And the upper looper and the lower looper are both set at 4, which is my standard setting for my machine. So just your standard setting. This is a great way to start because you're going to sew a couple test strips first. And then, depending on where this is on your machine, this is my stitch length, which I have set to R. And I might adjust it to 2 or 3, but for this sample I'm going to do R, which is rolled hem. And my differential feed is set at 1, which is standard. So in order to do this pin tucking, you have a few different options. Here is pin tucking real narrow. Now I just ran these through real quickly, but I probably would straighten them out a little bit more. This would be for a little girl's shirt, or like I mentioned, you could do a little pocket, anything like that. But it's your choice how wide you want these. Like these are a little bit farther. So decide what design you're gonna do, and then you take your fabric and you simply just, a quilter's ruler is the best because you can see through it. And here I have lines 1 inch apart. So I just mark a line and then move it over 1 inch, just to make it easy. Now, when you mark your fabric, there are different markings. I either use wax chalk or clay chalk, depending on your fabric. Now wax, test a little swatch and make sure that when you press it, you don't leave a mark. Or you can use pens. And there's air erasable and there's water erasable. But just remember, the air erasable disappears in 24 hours. So if you're not gonna get back to your project soon, try the water erasable. So I've marked all these, and then the next step is to press them, which I've already done. And I press this with steam, use a clapper so you end up with a really nice, crisp crease, and that's it. And now we're gonna go to the serger, and I'm just gonna slide this in. Now, there's a couple things here. You could use what they call a blind hem foot, which is an additional attachment, but for here, I'm just gonna show you an easy way to do it yourself. You don't have the knife engaged, so you don't have to worry about cutting the fabric, but you do have to be careful of how far over your fabric is. So on each serger, there's some type of a line right here that would line up right where your knife would be. So I'm going to just slide my fabric right along that line, and that's the guide I'm going to use. And again, you're going to test a sample before you stitch your entire garment. And I'm just going to stitch. And I'm not even looking up here, I'm looking back here that my fabric lines up right with this. This is very easy. I'm using just regular thread here, but you could use a rayon thread, a decorative thread, woolly nylon, anything like that would be really fun. And look at how nice that looks. And you can press it to one side, and I'll do this all the way around. This actually looked really good. Now, if you wanted to change the stitch, you could lengthen your stitch and make it a little bit wider, whatever you want. But at least this will get you started on pin tucking. For more tips on how to use your serger beyond what you normally do, check out my class on Craftsy.com.